So, Martin was just saying there in the break there, we're talking, you're saying about gas bills now. What are gas, electric and water, your utility bills that people are struggling to pay for, and you mention fending for yourself now.
That's right.
Right.
I was saying that this time last year, we was heading towards having a gas bill of £1,100.
Right.
By the end of the fall, which was around about, I don't know, November, December, and then coming up to the proper winter period being January, February and March, within that period we had a gas, electric, water bills of around about £1,100. And you know, I refused to make those payments to the electricity and gas boards again, and I went out and bought a wood burner.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously you can get the wood at very, very low prices, even free in some cases, and it's surprising how much money people can save.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is the point, because with the New World Order, you're not going to see the likes of the Queen going out collecting wood, are you?
No.
Because they've got enough money, enough finance to continue the standard of living that they've got. They're not up to debt to the neck like a lot of people who are having to come home and pay for cars, bank loans, etc, 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 and have the money taken out of the wages.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why the public, or ordinary run-of-the-mill public, are falling flat on the faces. They're in debt up to the neck. They've got bills that are going out to rogue people like Sky and Virgin Media,
Mm-hmm.
who charge you in excess of double the amount of money in advance charges. And telephone companies are absolutely crazy.
Well, just sorry to cut you off there, two things really that you bring to mind, and for those guys listening as well. We were talking about Sky, remember a few months ago, and saying that they do this thing now where if you go on the internet you get an email basically saying you've used up all of your limit, and then they're banging another
Complete scam.
Yeah, so they're upping your usage but charge you an extra £10, I think it is.
And that was proved to be a complete scam, because I mean, at the end of the day, for them to make those sort of changes, you've got to be downloading hell of a lot of stuff off the computer.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot of stuff. That would be films, that would be music, it would be content on research, all sorts of stuff. And a lot of these people that found themselves in that position were people who hadn't had a change in lifestyle in the way they use the computers.
Yeah,
and this is why the alarm bell started to ring.
Yeah.
You know, and this is the same with the gas board and the electric board. You know, I spoke to a lady around about 3 months ago who already at the gas board picked up on the fact that my bills had dropped.
Yeah.
Why have your bills dropped?
Yeah.
And it's because they take note of this, because they know that people are getting to debt up to the neck. Obviously, they're going out putting the gas fire on night and day. God knows how the old people are going to survive. You know, I'm pleased to see yesterday that for the winter fuel payments, they've doubled it to almost £25 for the elderly and people who are stuck in the situation whereby it's below freezing for 7 days on a trot. But even that is a pittance, isn't it? To think that these people, you know, these OAPs have fought for the country, 2 world wars, and now what are they getting? They're getting an absolutely crap medical service, the NHS. They're being led like sheep to the slaughter. They're not getting the care that they deserve. And obviously this is why there's uproar. This is what people are starting to notice.
This is where the wake up is, because people are starting, there will be a backlash like you said, because people are, it's going to get to a point. The only thing is, I fear in this country, it's that English preserve where you don't like to complain until, you know, you keep taking it and they're pushing us to see how much we can take. I want to mention, if I may, www.livegreen, that's my site, which is dedicated to self-sufficient living. But something I want to sort of, talking about bills is something that I've come across on now. We're going on the Freeman perspective. I think I was talking to you, John, before this. We're talking about bills that you're coming through with your gas, electric. You get your little slip, don't you, at the bottom of your bill. What I found out now, this is, I don't know if you've heard of this before, and it's called acceptance for value. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
So basically what happens, you mentioned previously in other talks the consolidation fund. Your name's sold, you get your number and your birth certificate, and your name's sold on, but companies the government makes money off your name there.
Right, I can throw some light on this because I've had a few dealings with it, and I mean, my information and the research that I did told me that it's American, and that a lot of people, because it's American, believe that it doesn't exist. It damn well does exist,
Based on English
and it's based on the Freeman Society and common law. I even tried this through Virgin Media,
right.
but they fought, and there was going to be no resolution.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'd gone with their broadband and the telephone that long that I couldn't afford really to do it anymore, due to the fact we were starting to suffer. The people around me were suffering where the site was concerned, so I had to put a stop to it. But I mean, I believe that there's other methods besides acceptance of value that people are utilising instead of, you know. But what you have to look at is, once you send that acceptance of value off, have you noticed that the community charge, the council tax, they don't send you that bill anymore? Do you know why they don't send you the bill anymore? It's because people have been paying acceptance for value and sending it in, and it's dead easy.
Right.
Once they've sent it in, they can't send it back because it's dishonour to the Queen. So therefore it's paid. Now, you know, it seems to me like that we're dealing with monopoly money here.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what the council is.
Yeah.
You know, they deal with money like it's monopoly money.
So you got, I mean, I've mentioned that now. I've got a few bailiffs coming round. I've had the nasty letters, and there are ways round this that you wouldn't believe. They are just glorified debt collectors.
What you've got to understand, first of all, let's just tie a point up here, because I think I can feel another groovy number coming on here.
Me too, yeah.
What we have to look at here is, if it is that you're informed by post that a debt collector wants to visit your property, are you aware that once you have put it in writing and told him that his invite will not be accepted, and that you do not want him coming to your house, he cannot come to your house? He can no longer make threats. What we need to do is, we need again to become aware of Section 40 of the Debt Collecting Act.
Right.
And if you get Section 40 of the Debt Collecting Act under your hat, what you will find is there's ways and means of getting around this situation. So I think it's a good idea that people certainly start to look at that.
Right. So you're giving the information that I found out. I mean, it's so easy to go back at all these companies, and when you find out, people should be getting mad here, because I'm mad at the fact that if I would just been writing for all these years from when I've left school, acceptance for value, and they're getting paid twice. Once for your consolidation fund, and once doing
and once coming off your bonding,
and that's with everything. And I still find it angers me, because we're doing, how much money could we have had? What lifestyle could we have had?
Well, it's like when you was born, there was enough money in the kitty for you to have lived on a beach all day, drinking cocktails, enjoying the sun, eating first class food like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and our dear old Queen. We mustn't forget her, anyway.
No.
You know, the royal family. And this is what I'm saying. You know, they get paid twice for it, but they don't like the idea that the public are waking up.
Well,
the public are waking up. They're slow. You know, it looks like they need a bloody good kick up the backside, but they're slow, but it's starting to happen.
Well, you're saying that people waking up, it's taking them time. Have you noticed that the fact, and I mentioned this earlier, the more that people are waking up, the New World Order, the powers that be are putting the foot down with their operations that they've got.
That's right. They're obviously trying to combat the resistance.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
Okay.
You know, but it's going to get exciting, because there's still 66 million people and probably above in this country, and that's 66 million people that can oppose to the way that we live, or the way that Gordon Brown, David Cameron and Nick Clegg want us to live. You know, it's like I said on the last video that we did, these people are Freemasons.
Yeah.
And the people out there that voted haven't voted for a Conservative government or a Labour government or a Liberal government. All they've done is voted for what Freemason gets in.
Yeah.
He's still going to take money out of the kitty and give to the Freemasons.
Okay.
And this is why the public are suffering.
Right, well, we'll come back more with that in the next part. Okay. Brilliant.